Daily Show on a Monday. And with Tony Lovey, Four Magic Productions. Nice to meet you, Tony.
Good to meet you.
Now, fill me in on this. Let's just start with an overview of what Four Magic Productions is all about.
Well, I produce magic shows in the region. I started this in 2023, and what I do is I have a lot of magician friends in St. Louis. St. Louis is a big magic town. Most people don't know that. Mm-hmm. And we have like a showcase show where we'll have four magicians and an MC, and then one of the guys is also the stage manager. And we go in and do self-produced shows. Sometimes we have other people that produce shows and they bring us in. Mm-hmm. So I started that, like I say, 2 years ago I started the business 2 years ago to protect myself from, because I didn't want to get sued.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
So
gotcha.
Yeah, that
makes sense. Well, and everything seems like it's going well. You're hitting some area theaters, pretty heavy. All the way from this year. You were at the Mill a few times. You were over at. You're going to be at the Nazarene Community Theater in just a couple of days. You're also going to be at Alton Little Theater. What have you seen just in the last couple of years on the development side for you, and just seeing how this has kind of blossomed before you?
Well, when I got into this, I didn't really know where it was going to take me.
Right.
I had an idea of bringing entertainment to smaller communities, because you don't get that anymore.
You're right.
A lot of the magicians, the big magicians, play in the big theaters. Yeah. Right. I've seen Copperfield at the Fox, or you got to go to Branson, or you've got to go to Las Vegas.
Who's got $400 for parking, though?
Exactly. And so, what I thought was, a lot of these smaller communities have theaters already.
Oh yeah.
And so, in the beginning of the 20th century, the 20s and 30s, when vaudeville was big, vaudeville would make a circuit through there.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, maybe we could do something and bring some really world-class magic to these smaller communities for people that aren't going to get to see them.
I love this.
That type of entertainment. This
is great. Well, and I'm sure too, the community responds and appreciates that, because they understand. It's not a breaking news story when we go the entertainment. We have great music and we have great other shows and great local theater, but there's a lot of that family friendly, and not even family friendly, but just magic and comedy and all these different live shows that we could have that we don't, or we don't promote enough. So when we see this and you have these different options, it's like, man, this is something to be excited about. There's something new, and let's grab the friends and let's go be a part of this.
Well, exactly. And most people, when they think of magic, the first thing they think of is birthday party magician.
You're right.
And so they don't really think locally of magicians that could go to Las Vegas.
Exactly.
And perform in Las Vegas. And so there's a lot more to magic than just pulling rabbits out of hats.
100%.
And it's a very old form of entertainment. They've been doing magic since the Egyptian times. There's pictures on the walls of the Egyptian tombs of magicians.
And, are you serious?
Yes,
wow.
Seriously. And so it's been going on for a long time. It's just, and like I said, in the beginning of the 20th century, it was a big deal. You had all these big magicians.
Well, and now you're bringing it back. This is cool, right? Because there's not a lot of circuits out there, or a lot of these types of companies. Well, right. And whenever you have this opportunity, what are some of the feedback you get from the performers? Because, you know, St. Louis has a huge professional wrestling circuit. Sure. The independent professional wrestling circuit can get pretty wild and weird in other parts, but St. Louis has it figured out where there's a lot of good production that comes out of that in terms of folks, quote unquote, making it.
Right.
Is it the same when it comes to magic, where you get a lot of folks that just need reps that would just like to be out in front of that crowd more? To get them to that next level? Take me through that, because that's fascinating.
Well, I have the people that I work with. Some of them are really famous in their own right.
Interesting, yeah.
So, like this Saturday, I've got myself. I've got Josh Wiedner. I've got Professor Longhair, and I've got John Johnson. John Johnson.
He's awesome.
Yes, he performs here in
he's been on the show. We've had some magic done here.
Yeah, John's a really good performer, and he's been all over the country.
Yeah.
Josh Wiedner is a corporate magician. He goes, and corporations hire him to come in and entertain, like if they have a shareholders meeting or whatever.
Does he jingle the keys in front of it? No,
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But that's cool though. And see, this is where I think it's so unique, because we would have to go to 5 or 6 different separate shows or events to see all of them. But
Right.
you bring them together in one group, and I think it's awesome.
And that was my main goal, was to provide the type of a vaudeville sort of show to where everybody gets a little flavor of it, so there's something for everybody there.
Yeah, this is so fascinating. And now, are tickets still available for this 25th?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you can get your tickets. They're $20 in advance, $25 at the door. You can buy the tickets at go to wondermentacademy.com.
Okay.
And just click on the buy tickets.
Wonderful. And now tickets will be available at the door as well.
They will. Yes.
Nazarene Theatre in Roxana.
Right.
And then before we take a quick pause, because we're going to come back and keep chatting it up, you're going to be in Alton Little Theater when?
That is the December 12th. We're doing an evening show Friday, and then December 13th we're doing a matinee.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That'll be a great stage for you guys too, I think. Wonderful venue.
We're looking forward to it, and that's kind of the direction that I wanted to go with the business, was to help out community theaters in that way, because I know that they're always trying to raise money for their next production.
Well, and now before we take a quick break, because that is a great point, is the funding and finding resources, because it gets harder and harder each and every year, it seems like, for area theaters, and it's such an important asset. You know, I want to ask you about your portion of the show, because you read minds.
Yes.
I'm kind of nervous about you now here, Tony. I'm just going to be honest with you. We'll come back with more Tony right after this. You stay there, and I'll be here on RiverBender and Roku. With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain, I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Late for work, but I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt, but I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you.
Welcome back. 1022, a little bit of change. Back with Tony and Four Magic Productions. Coming to Roxana, Nazarene Theatre, in just 5 days.
Yes.
We're here.
Getting excited.
Now, how long does it take to gather and produce your shows and get the performers ready? And because it's a lot different when it's just you, but when you have all the moving pieces of living people, you know, I'm sure that's always more of a balancing act.
Well, I have like 9 performers.
It's incredible
that I can draw from.
That's awesome.
And so when I book a show, I just start sending out emails saying, "Hey, who's available on this date?"
Fantastic. And
then that way, you know, and like John Johnson and Professor Longhair, they chime in real quick, and our MC Steve Zelke, he usually comes back pretty quick, and then I have to find a headliner, and I perform in the shows as well. So I know I have at least one person to perform.
That's awesome. Well, now I think it's really cool that for the public to know that when you're finding these folks, I mean, they're all very respected in these fields too, you know,
yes.
and you're getting a quality entertainment show I mean, let's be honest here, Tony. I mean, not even a fraction. I mean, a tenth of a cost, because those add up quick once you get across the river.
They do. And I've tried to focus on the Illinois side.
That's so cool.
Because most of the magicians really perform over on the west side of the river. And there are some really, really talented magicians that are friends of mine over there, and they have shows going on all the time. It's just that people over here don't get the same sort of opportunity to see those sorts of things.
I agree. And you know, and also too, I mean, hell, you go to Vegas anymore, it ain't like it used to be, you know. The resort fees are going to put you out of any show you want to go see any day of the week. And
yes.
You know, when you're putting all this together, take me through the first show you did.
First show I did was a fundraiser for the Society of American Magicians.
Really?
I'm a past president of the SAM Assembly 8 in St. Louis. And so I had been away for a while, and I came back, and I said, hey, you know, we used to have an annual fundraiser show for the club. And so I produced that at the Mill in Granite City.
It's a great spot too.
It is. It's really nice, and we've got another show coming up there in December. And so I got some guys together, produced the show, did the sound, and worked with the venue, and it took me, I don't know, about 2 months to get things going with that. But now that we've been doing this, I think I could book a show and get it done in 30 days or less.
Incredible. That's actually incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and now let me ask you this for area venues out there. How do they reach out? What's the best way to see if this is something that you two can collaborate on and put on a good show?
Well, you can go out to the website and drop me a line there, or you can send me an email at fourmagicllc@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Now I got to ask you before I let you go here. I know it's early, but what is the routine that you go through to get ready to read somebody's mind?
The routine.
Like, is there like as an athlete stretches? Is there any mental stretching you do?
I do a lot of theatrical things to get ready, like bouncing and stretching my face, because for mentalism it's all voice. Okay. So it's all interaction with people. There's not a lot of the physical stuff, but I also rehearse my show constantly. I bet. So, and it's like being in a play. And so it's the same sort of thing. Even when you're doing regular magic and you have magic tricks with props and things like that, you're still putting on a play, pretending to be somebody that actually can do magic, and you have to sell it. You can't just go through it and do it halfway. You've got to be
100%. If you aren't, it's over.
Right.
Yeah, it's like pro wrestling in that sense too, where if you were not committed, you were going to get found out by that audience very fast.
Oh yeah.
And now I got to ask you, what's your favorite reaction you've gotten to reading somebody's mind? Anyone like get aggressive or anything? Like, that's what I would be scared of.
I had my favorite reactions is always because I use a lot of volunteers, and when somebody doesn't want to volunteer, but they grudgingly come up and do it. And then to have them react with genuine astonishment afterwards is the best, because, I don't want to do this. And, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just did that. So.
See, I love that type of stuff. I love this type of stuff. It's great. And now, what do you recommend for parents? What are the age limits on your show? Is there any?
Well, the show at the Nazarene Community Theatre is a family show. Okay. The only non-family show that we have is Friday, October 31st at the venue on Main in Belleville.
I've heard a lot about that.
It's really nice. They have a lot of musicians come in. It's a small, intimate place. They had Seals and Crofts kids come in and do.
No kidding.
When was it, last month? I think it was.
That would have been awesome.
And they did Seals and Crofts songs, which was really kind of nice. Yeah. We're going to be doing a show there. It's 50 seats. It's an adults-only show. Just for adults on Halloween.
That's really cool. I like this. And then also this Friday?
Yes. No, Saturday.
Dang it, I'm always off on a day. October the 25th, we'll go through it that way. The Wonderment Academy. Right?
Yes,
and that is at the Nazarene Community Theatre in Roxana, 7 to 9 p.m. And now it's really easy to get tickets. We'll link that to make it easier. And then December 12th, December the 13th, you will be at Alton Little Theatre.
Correct.
And when are you coming back to the mill? December
20th. We're doing our second annual Magicians of Christmas. We did it last year, and it was a big hit, and so we're going to do it again this year. And then I booked just recently, and this is not in the local area, but it's kind of good for me. In my hometown, there's a theater 4 hours north of here, and so I booked a show.
Is it Chicago?
No, it's Aledo.
Oh, okay. You never know, because down south, if you say 4 hours north, they start turning on you fast, Tony.
Yes. Yeah. But I just booked at the Alito Opera
awesome.
House.
That's super cool. What's that going to mean for you to go back to your hometown? And
it's going to mean a lot because when I was growing up doing magic, I always wanted to perform on that stage.
That's super cool, man, and I mean that. That's awesome. You know, Tony, really a pleasure having you stop by. I'd love to have you back on the show when you get closer to your Alton Little Theater dates, and make sure we can let the public know about it. Really appreciate your time here.
Well, thank you.
We'll take a quick break. 10:30 on the nose. We'll come back, wrap up Monday after this.